Welcome to another episode of Roam Overlanding. We are currently on a wonderful journey through Botswana with a great bunch of friends who we have worked with closely over the past few years. We are driving an iconic selection of land cruisers to the Okavango Delta. In the previous episode, we entered the Kalahari, camped wild on the edge of Jack's Pan, and got familiar with our vehicles. We even gave them a great shakedown, at the same time as exploring new parts of the Kalahari we haven't seen before. Join us for the next chapter of the adventure. This is Old But Gold, an adventure series by Adrian Abrahams. Enjoy the ride. This series is presented by General Tyre. Parts and suspension by Terrain Tamer. And supported by Bushtec aluminium canopies, Easy On, and the power of restock. Mechanical support by Rome Workshop, and our official booking partner, Ultimate Routes. Welcome to another episode of Roam Overlanding. Enjoy the ride. Welcome to another episode of Roam Overlanding. You join us here doing what cruisers do best, eating fuel for breakfast. We have wrapped up the beginning of our adventure. We've finished our Kalahari section and we are now moving into Makgadikgadi Pans. With all the rain going on, maybe that's not the smartest idea, but we booked in at the Makgadikgadi Pans National Park. We've got all of our cruisers all nicely warmed up now. We're getting familiar with the vehicles. It's our first trip with all of these different vehicles. All the drivers, basically their first time. So it's been a heck of an adventure kicking off in the Kalahari. But now we've got to, pump the brakes a little bit, slow down. We've done our big push. We're in the heart of Botswana at the moment. We are currently in Maun. We're heading into Makgadikgadi, and eventually we're going to be making our way into the Delta. So we've got a stunning adventure ahead of us, so stay tuned. For now, filling up the vehicles, resupplying in Maun, and heading to Khumaga. Already filling up again, Rob? You only just left.
I think there's a leak in the tank.
Yeah. I think it's associated with your foot.
Yeah.
Waking in Khansi, we still had a good couple 100-kilometer drive to Maun. This is where we would need to resupply and get fuel for the journey ahead to Khumaga and the Makgadikgadi Pans National Park. We would be spending 2 fantastic evenings on the banks of the Botetti River. We wanted to get into camp at a decent time to chill out after the past few big days of driving and have some time to see the animals. So the moment everyone's been waiting for, the fuel tally. We have in first place the least fuel consumed, the VDJ 79 double cab of Marinus, using a whopping 84 liters. It's difficult to tell on the 40, but I think it used actually pretty good, around 97 liters, somewhere around there. It was actually pretty good. Then we have the 100 series 1HD FTE using a massive 109 liters. Then Rufy's 80 using 111 liters. And then the 60, drum roll please for the 60, 154 liters plus a 20 liter jerry can. It was great to be rolling back into Maun after such a long time, and the Tamalakani River was not as full as I thought it was, which posed well for the trip ahead.
Yeah, but your wheels wrong.
For real?
Yeah. They even saw it. They were parked here. We got inside. I was spraying my room screen.
What the hell? I mean, it's zany. I kind of like it. He didn't like your white on white. He's like, that's offensive. It would be better if it's lime green.
Thank God he didn't spray the car. Well, maybe.
Who painted it green?
Someone in the parking lot.
All of them, even the belt. I bought Rob's prank hook, line and sinker. We're now finally heading out of Maun. We're making our way to Makgadikgadi. I can't believe how busy Maun has gotten over the past couple of years.
You caught those buggers?
Yeah.
Although I've travelled through the Makgadikgadi Pans many times over the years, I've never actually come and visited one of the campsites. So this is a first for us all. I thought with all the rain that the Botetti River would be flowing and there'd be plenty of water. We had a dry drive across the riverbed and no need to take the pontoon. Convenient for our timing, but sad to say, it would have been a lovely experience.
Good to be here.
Yeah, what do you reckon?
No, I think it's going to be nice. Hitting a proper wilderness area for a change. But I think, yeah, we've had a couple of heavy days behind us trying to get here. But I think it's going to start getting lekker now with all the game viewing and being, taking it a bit quieter.
We are all busy signing in. The vehicles are here. We're deflating tires, getting all of our stuff ready. We're ready to head into the park for the first time, find our camp at Khumaga along the Botetti River, which is very, very dry at the moment. Looking forward to it. We'll do a little bit of a game drive up and down the river. We might find a few stragglers behind, and we'll hopefully get a bit of time in the park to just explore and see what the national park has to offer. But so far, it's nice and hot. It's nice and dry, and that's a pleasant change from all the rain we've been having. So I think we're going to just enjoy it while it lasts, because the Okavango Delta is calling later down the line. So anyways, let's wrap up here and head into the park.
The foot and mouth spray that you have to use before you go into the park.
Rob was on a roll with all of his pranks. I think it was time to get to camp and get everybody out of the vehicles for a change. We'd actually be staying at the Khumaga camp itself, close to the entrance, and gives us great access in and out of the park. It actually also had great ablutions and nice open campsites.
It is hot. And the 47 came out without the air conditioning system in. So it's interesting in that car at the moment. But it's good.
And look where we landed up.
Yeah, never been here, it's on my bucket list, so great to be here. Me and Andrew, with you guys. Hope we see a little bit of animals though. Hell, I can see more animals on the N12 near Kimberley, but they're gated, so that doesn't count. No.
You always have to be careful with overlanding trips because there's a lot of go, a lot of movement and driving, and it is just so nice to get the chance to be in one place for a while, get out, observe nature, see the birds, hear the different sounds, chat to the people you're traveling with, and really these are the moments that lock these experiences into your mind and into your memories for the years to come. With everything just flying by you, you really can lose touch of just how awesome the experience is that you are on. So cherish these moments, make space for them on your trips and enjoy them. This was also a great chance to take advantage of the great dry, warm weather and dry out all the equipment after all the rainy camp setups and packaways. There's no point sitting around all day when there's all these beautiful animals out to go and find. So we packed up, got ready to head out for a lovely game drive along the banks of the Botetti River. It was sprawling with wildlife, elephants, giraffes, kudus, zebra. It's an absolute treat for all of us after spending so much time in the desolate Kalahari. This is the Botswana we're all looking forward to. sun was starting to set, and some of us decided it was time to head back to camp and start getting ready for the evening. Wolfie and I stayed out a little bit longer, doing a bit of extra birding and just enjoying being out in the bush together.
Mijn onderbroek afnemen.
That was really nice. It's a lovely spot, really lovely. Nice drive. It's like a little bit like Kwai, driving along the river there, and beautiful. We did a little bit of extra exploring just to go and see a little bit further down the river. Lovely with the sunset. Ran into an elephant that did not like us being there, so we quickly turned around and came back, just in time for the sunset.
Nice espresso in the middle of the bush. Oh, it's amazing. I'd say something else.
Not camera friendly.
No.
Tailgate living is the best living. There are few things better in the world than slow sunrise mornings, chatting about the amazing evening and the animal sightings, and just that hint of anticipation of what a day in the wild might just hold. Morning. Let's go for a game drive. Marinus decided to join me for a game drive for the morning. So that means he gets a camera in his hand and some opportunities to shoot some amazing animal shots.
We are not far from camp and we've come across a zebra kill. Looks like a zebra fowl, possibly from a lone lioness. You can tell this just by the tracks on the road and the amount of meat left behind. Seems fairly recent. It's a good chance she may have gone down to the river for a drink, or she may have been disturbed. We're gonna hang around this area, see if anything happens. Maybe if she has moved off, some scavengers will rock up. So, looks like 2 jackals are coming in. A pair of them, very nervous. Most likely because of the scent of the lion around. This one coming in for investigation. And you can see just by the behavior of the jackal that they are on edge and they don't want to go straight to the carcass. Let's go have a look a bit further on, see if we can pick up some tracks.
We didn't manage to drive this far out yesterday on our game drive, So it was really nice to have a bit of time to explore and get the bird book out and the binos and start soaking in the amazing environment. And boy, did we find a beauty of a spot at the hippo pools. Loads of birds around, plenty of game. It was really stunning to just slow down and absorb the majesty of nature.
Absolutely beautiful.
So we are game driving this morning along the Botetti River. It's quite a dry Botetti, but there's still a lot of water, a lot of pools in this river. So there's still animals. The zebras are in huge numbers here. It's quite cool to see. But yeah, this is fantastic. It's so special. It's quiet. There's not a lot of people here. Man, Adrian, we've done it again. We've done it again. Let's just hope we get to see those lions. So let's go look for them.
There's nothing quite like the temptation of maybe seeing lions. These days, I prefer to spend more time focusing on the birds, but you know what? Whatever gets people out there and driving around and exploring, it's all good for me. See, there's a bit of a situation going here at the 47. Everything's out of the back. What's happening, Nikki?
Just rearranging a bit.
Doing a bit of housework. We've learned that when it rains, everything gets wet. And if we have to do a water crossing, everything might get wet. So, gonna look at finding a way to raise some of the more sensitive stuff off the ground a bit. Repack things for better access. Always good after a couple days on the road just to reassess. Because you know, you rush at the end and just start squeezing stuff in eventually, so it's good to repack every now and then.
Kalahari aircon.
So we've had a very nice lazy morning in the camp, did a nice game drive this morning, showered, lekker breakfast, plenty of cups of coffee. Just got a short drive to our next camp. It's just around the corner, so we'll leave the park, head to our camp. This has been a really good sort of litmus test up to this point for the vehicles, but now's the time to make the changes before we look at heading into the Okavango Delta for 7-8 days. So we've got a lot that we need to sort of get the vehicles right. So Robbie was already making changes on the 60 this morning. Nikki and Andrew were repacking the 47. Between the Hilux and the 100 series and Rolfie's 80, we want to figure a few things out and just streamline the process a little bit. So yeah, let's get over to the next camp, see what it's like. We're going to Camelthorn camp, and yeah, from what I understand, it's just across the river over there, not too far away. And I'm sure we can maybe even pop back into the park later for one last sunset drive along the Botetti River. So we've got a nice day ahead of us. I think everyone is keen to just hang out in one place for a day and just catch up after the push up to this point. Oh, this is a lovely place. It's massive. We have this whole camp all to ourselves. We're right on the fence here. Very nice and open. I think everyone is looking forward to having a bit of time just to chill, catch up on some dishes, on some laundry, work on the vehicles. Very nice, I like it. Very nicely situated. So actually yesterday when we were doing our game drive, one of the viewpoints is just here. So there's a little walk just down the road there. There's a walk along the back fence there. And we can actually go from camp and go and check out the Botetti River, which is pretty sweet. So I think that's quite nice. I think some people may hang out at the camp tonight or this afternoon for sunset, and some of us may head back into the park and go and do one last drive along the Botetti River. Laundry time. We love doing a bit of rugged camping, but every now and then it is nice to find a campsite that has some decent facilities that you can catch up on a bit of admin. Downside of the rugged camping is it's generally pretty dirty work. Having a spot where you can clean your clothes and clean yourself and clean your vehicle, just, you know, every 4 or 5 days when you're on a trip is so good, not only for your mental health on a trip, but for your morale of the people you're traveling with. It's really good just to get that little bit of a refresh, a reset, and then continue on with your adventure. So what we're doing here today is a very important part of actually doing these adventures. We don't want to have to be doing this all the time. So it is nice to sort of plan ahead and make sure you've got a nice spot when you're doing your own trips where you can catch up on a bit of this stuff. You can also just load 2 massive bags just full of all your clothes and never think about it. That's a fantastic strategy if you have all the space. But when you've got as many people around as we do right now, a little bit of TLC and maintenance now and then is pretty good stuff.
We're just trying to dry them out quickly, so they don't, have enough clothes to wear.
So our first big driving day where we hit some gravel, before we even got into Botswana, we had some pretty heavy corrugations, and I noticed that the ABS light came on, and along with that the 4-wheel drive would not engage. So it hasn't really been much of a problem up until about now. With us heading into the Delta soon, we obviously need a fully functioning 4-wheel drive system if there's a lot of water and mud and stuff. So we also noticed that the park lights and the dash lights keep tripping. So that's happened before, but for some reason these two keep tripping together. We've tried a few different fuses just to see what's happening, and there's definitely a short somewhere. So Andrew and Nikki are under the vehicle just checking everything. We've checked the ABS sensors, and we're looking now at the 4x4 actuator on the transfer case itself, just to try and pinpoint where this short is coming from. And I mean, this can happen pretty easily. Corrugated roads, we've just put, you know, a whole bunch of new equipment and stuff in here, and you know, it's an old car. It's done many adventures, many journeys, and eventually that cable can just break, and it can break inside the loom and you don't know where it is. Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Scott.
Maun,
That's your safety vest, because we care about health and safety. Rolfie, here's one for you.
Thank you.
Here's some grey gasket maker as well. You want to do that front hub on the locker? Yeah.
Fine, you've got a mechanic with you now.
Hey! Why do you look Australian all of a sudden? It's very weird.
Yeah, he does look Australian.
Right, decoiled up. Pop up. Okay. Yeah. It's actuator. Is that good news or bad news?
Bad news. It means we have to take the actuator out, and it's not an easy thing to do. What we think is it's hooked. So when you want to actuate it, it doesn't want to, and it creates too much amps and it pops the fuse.
If you fix this problem with a hammer, Nikki, then you're an engineer.
Then you're a master.
Mechanically.
Yeah, camp's falling apart. We're gonna just pack everything up and go game driving. Due to our mechanical mishaps, we had been missing out on this amazing game viewing opportunity. The other lads had head down to the viewing deck and were watching this elephant bathing in the mud. Such a great opportunity to sit back, relax, and just enjoy the view, not that far from camp. Because you pay park fees for exiting national parks in Botswana, it means you actually still have access to that park the whole of your exit day until 6 p.m, which means we actually use that exit permit time to be able to come back into the national park, even though we weren't staying there that night, have a brilliant game viewing experience, but then obviously we had to get back to the gate in time to leave the park again. Lions are in the road.
Just been before, we weren't going to see them. There's that.
Yo, look at this. We're going Ants Smash Burgers tonight. Quinn's on the buns. Scott's on the garnish.
Party music.
Nice fire going there. Lekker way to end the day. Love it. We had a big day ahead of us. So, a nice early start to the day would do us good. While Ant and Quinn were packing up their ground tents, they had a little visitor. A very rambunctious little scorpion who was posing just perfectly for the camera.
I'm looking forward to today. I think the Marine is going to be an eye-opener and a testament and a test to these vehicles. So, I mean, I think what we've been doing now has been a bit soft. But let's see what the Marimi brings.
No, the Makgadikgadi Pans are an amazing place. Had some amazing sightings yesterday and it's just going down the riverbed. I popped in the car with Adrian yesterday on a game drive, and then late last night I popped into Rolf's car for a game drive. Yeah, just like having a chat and meeting up with the guys. Luckily we've been friends for quite some time. You won't see a lot of the film crew, but they're also like guys and sorting us and making food and all of that, and running around and doing a lot of things in the background that makes the tour for us a lot nicer and easier to go through. So no, it's nice. I must say it's one of the best tours I've been on.
So Quinn, if the battery keeps dying on the Hilux, this little new charger we got here, the Manager Alpha 50, it's got some fancy tricks up its sleeve. So we're going to page into the menu, so you're going to use these side arrows. And you see this little car in the battery. You just click on that, okay? And then what you can actually do here is start battery recovery. So we just pop this oak there, and it's now linking the back battery with the front battery. So there's putting in 24 amps. It's just lifted the voltage now.
Man,
so
that's
yeah,
so cool.
That's pretty cool. So you don't need to necessarily go and jump start it if you've got this system. And it's the same as like what's on Rolfie's vehicle in the 100 series. You can do the same thing. Okay. So it's pretty slick. Go give it a crank and let's see what it does.
A little battery power pack is a must if you're soloing, because this can happen anytime. The battery can die, you can leave something on in the car and your car won't start the next morning. If you can't connect them together, you must have your way of starting your car alternatively other than your starter battery.
So we're all pretty much wrapped up here at camp. We had a good evening, but
something happened yesterday on our game drive. As we were coming back out of the river and heading back home, the 100 series started just absolutely nuking smoke out of the transmission tunnel, and I had to jump out the car, disconnect the batteries, switch everything off. So our fuse related issue is continuing to be a problem, and now it is finally shown its head. So we're gonna have to go into town today. We're gonna go and visit the guys at Okavango Engineering, and hopefully we can actually just work on the car in a workshop environment and try and solve this thing. The main thing is we want to get it safe, right? Obviously we don't want to be catching light in the bush. It's not ideal, especially it's my baby. So yeah, the next thing is that means the four-wheel drive doesn't work. So it's a full-time four-wheel drive vehicle, and I have diff locks front and back, which still all work. So I don't know how much it's going to be affected because there's still slip in the middle between the rear and front axle. So that's not ideal. So the reality is we kind of need to get this sorted. So let's see if the guys at Okavango Engineering can help us out a little bit. It's an auto electrical issue, and they have a great auto electrician there. So we'll see. It's a Saturday. They'd be doing us a major solid if they could help us. But today we are making our way to the Delta. So it's pretty important that we get this sorted out. Our destination for tonight is Khazakini, just outside the Maremi Park. And basically tomorrow morning we'll be crossing into Southgate, into the Maremi, and heading to Zakanaka. So it's fantastic. But I saw the cars coming out of the Delta when we drove through Maun the other day, and they are covered from top to toe in mud. I kind of want a working four-wheel drive system for this. So hopefully we get it sorted. But anyways, that's that for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us here at Makgadikgadi Pans National Park. It's been fantastic. We did not go and explore the whole place. We've definitely left scope for us to come back here in the future and see the further reaches of the park. But if you'd like to see more about some of the other areas in Makgadikgadi Pans, like in Ep2 Pan, you can go and watch our Namibia series where we actually came through Botswana in the last 2 episodes, and we checked out in Ep2 Pan, we camped at Kudu Island. We went to Naipan National Park to Baines Barababs, and so there's a lovely episode and series for you to go and watch if you still want to see more of this area. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and yeah, join us on the next adventure, wherever that might be. We'll catch you next time. Cheers. I just want to give a massive shout out to my incredible sponsors, the crew involved on the trip, my Patreon members, everybody who plays, whether it's a large or a small role behind the scenes. All of you make Rome Overlanding possible, and especially on major trips like these. Everything you do is really appreciated. So thank you to everybody who helps us out, and thank you to everybody who watches and enjoys the show. Hope you enjoy the rest of the series. There's some real magic coming up, and yeah, catch you on the next one. Cheers.